Welcome. This short video is an introduction to a few flagship OWASP projects. The OWASP community currently supports 189 projects, free for anyone to use under the Creative Commons Share-alike license. Projects give members an opportunity to freely test theories and ideas with the professional advice and support of the OWASP community. Every project has their own web page and mailing list and Slack channel. The project leader is responsible for providing the vision and roadmap and gathering volunteers and coordinating tasks provided by the group. For qualifying projects, the OWASP Foundation provides some funding and access to the Foundation's resources. Projects are typically split into 3 different types: tools, documentation, and code, and are usually aimed at 3 types of people: builders of applications, so developers mainly; breakers of applications, so that would be pen testers and red teamers and things like that; and defenders of applications, so security operations, governance and compliance practitioners, and so on. Projects are also classified into 3 different levels depending on their community maturity. The OWASP flagship projects are projects that have demonstrated strategic value to OWASP and application security as a whole. Lab projects are projects that have been reviewed by the Foundation and are delivering value to the community. And incubator projects are the ones that are still in the experimental phase, where the ideas are still being fleshed out and proven, and where development is still underway. You can see a list of all the projects at owasp.org/projects. You may have already heard of projects such as the OWASP Top 10, but other than Google searching for known projects, it can be difficult to get to know new projects and how they can help you in your day-to-day. OWASP provides a number of ways to search through projects for ones that match your roles or interests, technology stack, and your need. Amongst these ways is the Application Security Wayfinder, which you can find under the Integration Standards project, where you'll see a list of projects sorted by STLC phase or function. For example, you'll see at the top of this diagram at the right corner all the various projects that contribute to security requirements. For example, OWASP Security Rat, the Security Knowledge Framework, the Application Security Verification Standard, and the Mobile Application Security Standard. Having said that, let's touch on a short list of flagship projects so you can get an idea of what OWASP projects offer. The first project we'll look at is OWASP Amass. It's a flagship tools project that helps to map network-based attack surfaces by identifying subdomains for a site of interest. It scrapes various data sources, does some recursive brute forcing, crawls web archives, and tries various permutation unknown names, tries reverse DNS sweeping, and so on. It'll also try various IP resolution techniques to discover associated net blocks and ASNs. All the information is then used to build maps of the target networks, which breakers and defenders can use to better understand an organization's attack surface area and related assets. OWASP ZAP is a flagship tools project with over 140 different contributors. It's typically classified as a dynamic application security tool that runs both automated scans and is also great for manual testing. You can see a screen cap of the ZAP interface on the left, although it can also be run in headless mode as it's meant to be integrated with the CI/CD pipeline. You can find various associated GitHub actions and GitLab modules for the respective modules on the respective site, along with many, many training videos on both the OWASP website and YouTube in general. OWASP Defect Dojo is another flagship tools project that consolidates security findings and runs various metrics on them to help with vulnerability aggregation and deduplication. You can see a screen cap of the Defect Dojo UI on the top right. If you're wondering, this picture shows where Defect Dojo might fit into a CI/CD pipeline and shows Defect Dojo connecting with Jira for bug reporting. Lastly, Defect Dojo has over 60 tool integrations and an ever-expanding API that can be used to take care of the rest. The OWASP Application Security Verification Standard, known as ASVS for short, is a flagship documentation project often referenced by other standards and standard bodies. The project has 3 main objectives: to provide developers and application owners with a yardstick with which to assess the degree of trust that can be placed in their web applications based on testing against this standard, provide guidance on what to build into security controls in order to satisfy application security requirements, and provide a basis for specifying application security verification requirements in contracts and for other procurement and M&A reasons. You can see a screen capture of the ASVS maturity levels on the left and a screen capture of a defined subsection, namely secure software development lifecycle requirements on the right. The Security Knowledge Framework, or SKF for short, is another flagship documentation project. Its purpose is to help developers with software security training by providing a number of different views into the OWASP application security verification standard and similar projects. It's currently being distributed as a Flask application, but an open source SaaS version is being developed. You can see a demo of it online. If you log in to the demo, you will see various checklists that different software security stakeholders can use as part of the SDLC, a general knowledge base of vulnerabilities, so you can see what cross-site scripting injection is, you can look at what injection path traversal is, and so on. Some code examples. And you can get access to labs that train developers in QA to properly test for these security concepts. The OWASP cheat sheet series is another flagship documentation project led by 130 or so contributors, including a number of well-known industry veterans. The cheat sheet project cross-references the OWASP proactive controls, the ASVS, and the OWASP cheat sheet series so that you can reference cheat sheets not just by the vulnerability, technology, or issue it's addressing, but also by the usage context for the cheat sheet, as you can see in the screen caps to the right. You can reference cheat sheets alphabetically or by keyword, by ASVS section, or by proactive control, which help you tie parts of your software security program together through common OWASP standards. Each individual cheat sheet provides a set of simple good practice guides for builders, breakers, or defenders to follow, which you can see at the bottom left. Lastly, let me introduce the OWASP Mod Security Core Ruleset, or CRS for short. It's the flagship code project and provides a set of generic attack detection rules for use with mod security or compatible web application firewalls. The CRS aims to protect web applications from a wide range of attacks, including issues listed in the OWASP Top 10, with a minimum of false alerts. It's a deny list rule set, so it doesn't cover off all the things, but it's certainly a good start. You can see a screen cap of a defined rule set at the bottom left. For anyone getting started, there is an accompanying free handbook, which you can find online, and a number of videos which talk about how to tune the CRS with different application servers such as Nginx. And that's it. There are really too many projects to go through, but hopefully this video has given you a sense of the breadth and depth of the type of resources OWASP offers, free, in both the free beer and free speech sense. Please come participate in or use these projects to help build security in your organization. Thank you.